There are certain cases where we need to mock the constructor as well as static block. So in this tutorial, we are going to learn how to mock the constructor and static methods. So this is the class which we are going to use. Calculator is the class which we referred in our previous also. So calculator is the constructor which we are going to mock it. So if you are not aware of this, you can visit my previous videos. And int a and int b are the two variables I declared it, which are the part of the constructor. And this is the method. I am not going to touch anything in this method. So let me change my display name from addition to constructor, since we are doing the mocking for the constructor. When we are mocking, we have to follow the signature what I mentioned here. So you can see new mockup calculator, open and close brace. So this is very important. I am doing the mocking for addition. So now you can see that new mockup calculator, and in that method I declared @mock public void init int a and int b. So calculator is the class for which having the constructor, which we are going to mock it. When we are mocking, we need to mention @mock when we are following the constructor mocking, and we have to mention public void init int a int b. So you can see that int a and int b is there, right? This is very much similar to your constructor. See, you can see here int a and int b. So it is taking two variables. Similarly, your method signature $int should take two variables. So I declared a calculator class here, 4 and 5. Calculator class with arguments 4 and 5. So you can see that calculator constructor is initiating with value 4 and 5. So when a method is declared, the value of int a and b should be 4 and 5. So you can see that 4 and 5 I am passing during the initialization of the calculator class. So now as we know, we are going to constructor mocking, and I am going to debug. So make sure that you selected JUnit 5. Let us debug this code and we will see the output. So you can see that here A and B values are initiated with the values 0. Since we assigned the value 4 and 5, but it initialized with 0, it means it assigned with the default values. This shows the constructor mocking. When you do the constructor mocking, it will be assigned with the default values. So this is very much important. When we are doing mocking, we should understand that it will be initiated with the default values. So now I declared with 4 and 5, so it initiated with the 0, 0. So this is the signature what we need to follow for construction mocking. Now let us understand a static block mocking. In my calculator class, I hard-coded few values which you seen earlier: add, subtract, division, multiplication. In this place I hard-coded. I removed it and I written one method, get user operation. So get user operation is calling user constant operation type, okay, which is static method, which we are going to mock. So see, you can see here, every time this operation is giving add, okay, addition operation. This is a return type is add, and it is a static method. So just to give overview, get user operation is the one which will extract the value, whether what operation we need to perform. So whether it is addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, which indirectly it's going to extract from the user constant operation. So now let us mock the static block. So I am going to use the same thing. Instead of addition, let me replace with the static operation, since we are doing for the static method. So this is a static block example. So this is method signature is same, new mock, user constants. So instead of calculator, I replaced with the user constants. Yeah, this is the user constants for which have the static method which we are going to mock it. So you can see the public string operation type, which is very much similar to the class which have the same method, public static. Instead of, I removed just static in my test class. So as per the code, OCalculator get user operation, it should give value as add, because we hard coded the value as add, but it will give the value as sub. Okay, that we are hard coding. Let us run this. So I am debugging, debug configuration, JUnit 5, select the particular class, click on debug. So let us wait for the output to come. So it will take some time in my system. So we'll wait for the debugger to complete its task. So here we are expecting a return value as sub. So return value, inspect. Okay, sorry, I think I will go to the next one. I will release the debugger to the next level. So when we see, you can see the value now. Return value sub. So the actual code it is returning add, but we mocked the static block, that's why it is giving the value as sub. So let me release my debugger and we'll see the JUnit result. So JUnit result is success. So this is how we mock the static block. So I set true, we validated the result. At the rate mock, we added on the type the static block which we mocked, and this is the signature what we used. So this completes our constructor and static method mocking. In upcoming tutorial, we will see a few more topics related to the mocking. Stay tuned, we'll catch in next tutorial.